Hello, and welcome to the Free Arts Wellness at Home. I am Adrienne Schroeder. I am the creator and founder of Mindful Music, and what I love to do is to share mindfulness, whether it's through music or movement or practices. And at the end of the day, what's the whole point, right? It's wellness. It's to tap into our best self and bring that to the world. And it's a deep knowing that peace and joy and happiness are always available to you in the present moment. So it's something that I really care about because it changed my life. And that's why I want to share it with you. So I'm so grateful to be here as part of the Wellness at Home experience and event. And this is called Mindfulness. We're going to do some singing. We're going to do some noticing. We're going to do lots of learning, a little bit more about me, and maybe potentially what you'll even need for this. So a little bit about me. I am in Chicago. I grew up in Michigan, and not only am I obsessed with music and mindfulness and yoga, I am also obsessed with being outside. I love it. It makes me so very happy. And today I went on a really long walk in the snow, and it was beautiful. It was awesome. So that's a little bit more about me. Some things you might want to know and get gathered before we start here today are, if you can grab some blank sheets of paper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. If you want to grab, I have all my colored pens here. Another thing I'm obsessed with, colored pens. Makes everything more fun, in my opinion. And the last thing to bring is an open mind. Space to move would be excellent. I am going to be seated here for the entirety of this video and class. And the reason for that is I want to be able to connect with you looking at the camera, and I have what I'm doing here in front of me, but I will be guiding you through a variety of different things. So let's start. And what I really want to start with before we get into anything is some songs. And then we'll get into, okay, what is mindfulness? And so the songs are going to be very much call and response for the first one. So what does call and response mean? Call and response means that I will say or sing something and you will repeat it back to me. So the first one is called Namaste, which Namaste literally means, there's so many different translations and meanings. To me, it means the light and the love in me honors the light and love in you. An extension of that would be, and when we come together, we shine brighter. So this is a very simple centering song called Namaste. It's going to be call and response. And so let's begin. Namaste. Namaste. This is the way. This is the way. We start our mindful day. We start our mindful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. How did that it go? Was the call and response clear? So we're gonna do it, let's do it 3 more times. There's repetition. When we repeat things, that's how we learn them. That's how we remember them. And so we're gonna do it 3 more times. And this time I'm not going to guide you in the response. I'm just gonna do the call and leave space for you to respond. Okay? Namaste. This is the way we start our yoga day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Second time. Namaste. This is the way we start our mindful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Third time. Namaste. This is the way we start our mindful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Beautiful job, everyone. Something that I love to do is this, which this means sparkles. So I'm sending sparkles, good vibes to everybody out there for the Namaste song. And it really is just a beautiful reminder in that we are all innately good, and to connect with our with that part of ourselves, and then we can connect with that part of others and the world around us, which is a huge part of wellness, and especially wellness at home, because many of us are separate right now. Like, many of us are home, not seeing people as much as we want, and how can we stay connected to the good in ourselves and the good in others? It's this idea of namaste. And I really believe that when we speak something out into the world and when we sing it, it's a vibration, it's an energy, and it's something that it's like a gift we are giving to all of us, is this gift of namaste. So that leads us to our second song. And this is going to be the beginning of today's class, and the end of today's class are going to be songs. And this is something I love to fuse mindfulness and music together, because it's really, music is a form of expression and art, right? And mindfulness to me is a relationship with yourself and the world around you. And so it's using music as a way to be mindful and express your practice of mindfulness. And so that's what we are doing with these songs. And so the second song is called Just Be, and I'm pulling it up here. It's by Kira Wiley, and she is a very well-known mindfulness and yoga teacher for kids. And honestly, I listen to her songs myself. I think what she does is applicable for every human. And what's so beautiful about it is the simplicity. It's so simple and accessible. And this is called Just Be. So I'm going to turn it on. And it is very repetitive. So we're going to sing along with her. The words are, let your eyes close, let your body feel heavy, let it go, let it all go. Let your eyes close, let your body feel heavy, let it go, let it all go. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just be, just be. And she repeats that a few times. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. If you want to express and move around, maybe you pretend you're underwater. Maybe you spin. Maybe you just sit here and let it wash over you and sing or hum or just listen. It really is your practice. So this is Just Be, and I'm going to sing along with her on and off. Let your eyes close, let your body feel heavy, let it go, let it all go. Shake it out, let it go. Let your eyes close, let your body feel heavy, let it go, let it all go. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just be, just be. Now this time, close your eyes and just breathe as she sings. Let your eyes close, let your body feel heavy, let it go, let it all go. Let your eyes close, let your body feel heavy, oh let it go, let it all go. Just breathe, breathe, just breathe, just be, just be, just be. Okay, this time sing it out. Move. What would it be like to move the way your body wants you to? Give yourself a big hug. Okay, here we go.
Just be, just be,
Just be. 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 Just be.
just be,
Just be. Just be.
just be,
Just be. Just be.
just be, just be, just be.
So those are our 2 mindfulness songs, a way to tap into the inner peace inside of us and just be. Just be exactly as you are is perfect and beautiful and amazing and just wonderful. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is, it's a relationship. It's something that you do. It's being in the present moment. And so what is the present moment? The present moment is what's happening right now. So it's not worrying about something that happened in the past or wondering what could happen in the future. It's being right here, right now. And it's so beautiful because usually the things that can cause us stress or worrying, things that don't contribute to our wellness at home, are things that happened in the past or we're wondering what could happen in the future. Anybody out there, have you worried at all during the pandemic? I know I have. And the cool thing about mindfulness as well is it's acknowledging that you're a human and that this is a human thing. Like worrying and having lots of different thoughts come up to you is part of being human. And what mindfulness can do is take you out of that space that might not be super fun to be in and take you into a more peaceful space, one that's based in the present moment and one that feels better. So some ways that you can do this, one huge way is, first of all, just knowing that you're a human and humans have thoughts and not all of our thoughts are fun and not all of our thoughts are true, which that's a huge relief, right? So it's separating yourself from any thoughts that you might have. And so one really awesome way to think about this is that your thoughts are like clouds. So imagine you see a cloud floating in the sky. So when we are tapped into this peaceful part of ourselves, the present moment, we are more able to watch the cloud go by. So let's use an example. If I have the thought, I'm worried about school, or I don't know what's going to happen at school. That could be a thought, right? So sometimes we would take that thought and really it would go over and over and over and over in our mind, and it might make us upset, it might make us nervous or sad or frustrated or scared. And what mindfulness can do is be like, okay, I get to actually choose what kind of thoughts I want to let repeat in my mind. And so you could actually take that thought and let it be in a cloud. Like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen at school. That's interesting. And then you can just watch it float by. Rather than grabbing it and holding it and having it be something that could be not fun. So that's the part of really staying in the present moment, because with that thought, that's worrying about the future, right? It's like, oh no, what's going to happen at school? I don't know. And that's the future, right? So you can bring yourself back and say, oh, we're actually in the future. I love you, self. Now we're going to come back to the present moment. And what exists in the present moment? I'm sitting in my house right now. I'm with my family. I'm making this beautiful video for all you beautiful people. Those are the present moment things. So it's just noticing. A lot of mindfulness is just noticing. And the cool thing about just noticing is there doesn't have to be any huge meaning behind it. So if I notice that I had a thought that I'm worrying about school, like that doesn't mean that I'm a bad person or that I did something wrong or anything. It doesn't mean anything besides, oh, I had a thought. So it's that way of noticing, which is so powerful and can really help stay in the present moment and stay with mindfulness. So that is really, in a nutshell, what mindfulness is. Mindfulness is a relationship with the present moment and with yourself and with the world. And it's a practice. So what do I mean by a practice? Has anybody ever done practice for anything? I know as a musician, I practice my instruments, and in my practice, I show up each day to improve my skills. And when I don't show up for a long time, then it's harder. And it's all about just coming back. It's a practice. It's not like I did it once and I have this amazing forever. It's a practice. So I also did this in sports. Many people do this in sports and the arts. And that's what mindfulness is as well. It's just a practice of what's in the present moment. Am I in the present moment? And if not, no big deal. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to come back into where I am right now in my house, sitting on my meditation cushion, and enjoy where I am right now. So that is mindfulness. Noticing without making it mean anything. And then choosing and observing your thoughts and the present moment. So now we're going to do shake it out. I think a lot of stuff, a lot of energy gets stored in our bodies, and also in the pandemic. I have had to be more conscious, or I have chosen to be more conscious of moving my body, because I'm not moving out in the world as much. I'm not like hopping in my car and going to all these places and teaching music, or going out with my friends, or doing a bunch of stuff that I used to do. So I've been really consciously like moving my body more, and even just going like this can like wake you up. So everybody shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, ooh. And yes, it can be silly and fun. Totally. So now that we've cleansed that energy, we've got some movement here. I want to take you all through a 5 senses mindfulness practice. So this is where your blank paper, if you want to use it, is going to come in handy. If you have colored pens, markers, crayons, colored pencils, anything, really, honestly, really anything goes. And this is all about, so I'm going to invite you to express yourself in whatever vehicle or medium feels good to you. So what are the 5 senses? There's seeing. So seeing, I recently had to get these guys or girls because my eyes are getting older. So we have our sight, we have our smell, we have taste, we have touch and feel. I can feel the hardwood floor, I can feel the wall, my cozy sweater vest. Hear, what am I hearing? That's a big part of what I do in my life as a musician. What am I hearing? So those are the 5 senses. And through this mindfulness practice, so what is a mindfulness practice? It's an activity or ritual that helps you tap into the present moment. That's all. So if you think of it like a portal, right? Any Harry Potter fans out there? Like if I was going to apparate to the present moment, that is what a mindfulness practice is. It's like, oh, this is a ritual I do. This is a way that I go back to the present moment. Because as a human, it's very common to find ourselves not in the present moment. So these are just really cool ways that we can come back home. So I am going to guide you through the 5 senses. And as I guide you through them, your only job in this practice is to notice what you experience with these 5 senses. So here's an example. If I'm guiding you through what you see, you might say or experience, well, I see the floor, I see my family member, I see the sun out the window, I see the pants I'm wearing, I see my bracelet, I see the camera that I'm talking to. These are all examples of what I'm currently seeing. It's what you're seeing though. And it's really just noticing and focusing on that. And I invite you to write down, depending on how old you are, if you know how to write, you can write it down, you can journal it, you can write it in colors, you can draw it, you can also dance, sing, express yourself. So let's say if I am seeing the sun out the window, that might be embodied like sun. You could speak it. You could sit silently. Really, this is your practice. You are the only you that exists on the planet, and you have a specific way that you will experience mindfulness. And that is not my job to tell you what will work for you. What I'm interested in doing is offering different ways for you to discover what you like and what makes sense to you, and ways for you to express that. So use your body, use your scrap paper to write or draw, or you could even paint if you have paint. So let's start with, we're gonna do 3 deep breaths and then we will begin. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Gently flutter those eyelids open. and take in the room around you. What colors do you see? What is in the room with you? Is anything moving? Is it still? What are your eyes taking in? Is there a texture to it? Is there more than one? Are there two? What do you see on your body? Are there freckles or pants or shirts or shoes? What do you see right now in this moment? And how can you express this? And as you take one final look around your space, have immense gratitude for all the things that your eyes get to look at. Wow, so much. And as we transition to smell, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes for the first part. And inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale fully out of your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. What do you smell in this moment? Do you smell fresh winter air? Do you smell muffins baking in the other room? Maybe someone put perfume on. Maybe it's that smell of when you open a book, an old book. Or one of your neighbors has their chimney going and you can smell their fire. And as you flutter your eyes open, basking in all of these smells, how would you express that? Maybe you draw a cookie if it smells like cookies. Maybe you move your body like the smoke from a fireplace. What does the smell want to be? And as we transition to taste, I want you to smack your lips, click your tongue, move the saliva around in your mouth, and notice, what do you taste? You don't have to be currently eating something to taste. Is there a part of your breakfast that still has a taste in your mouth? Maybe one of the smells you noticed makes your tongue taste something. Maybe it tastes like nothing. What would it be like to feel and sense your tongue? What does it taste like? And how does that express in your journal, in your drawing, painting, singing, dancing, expression? What does the taste do in this moment right now? And as we transition to touch and feel, we release the taste. And I want you to take your hands and twirl your fingers and move your hand along your arms. What does it feel like? Does it feel smooth, bumpy, edgy, delightful? Touch the ground, touch the earth, your legs, things around you, a cup, the wall. What does it feel like? And place your hand on your heart. It's a different kind of feeling. What is the feeling in there? Maybe it's calm, bored, happy, excited, sad. Every single feeling is beautiful and important. What are the different textures in the world around you and on you? And how do they express? And as we close on the touch and feel, we move to our final sense, hearing. And here we will get quiet and close our eyes. What do you hear in this moment right now? I hear a car going by. I hear my fridge making a low hum. My clock ticks back and forth. People walk on the street by my house talking. What do you hear in your world in this very moment? The train is going by my house. And how do these sounds express in your art? And your art can be moving your body. It can be your journal, your colors. What do these sounds want to be? And as we bring this mindfulness practice, this mindful portal to a close, I invite you to close your eyes with your hands together in front of your heart and say, thank you, present moment. That was your mindfulness practice, the 5 senses mindfulness practice. So I'm curious about how that felt. What did you notice? Was it easy for you to be present when you had things to focus on? What was challenging? What did you like? All of this is great information for you to learn about what kind of mindfulness practices could be useful, helpful, fun, enjoyable for you. So the next thing we're going to talk about is your breath. Before we do that, we're going to shake it out. Ooh, 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 ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Your breath, breathing. This is something that people talk a lot about in mindfulness because you're always breathing all the time. Lots of times we don't notice it though because we're just living our life, right? Like even as I'm talking right now, I'm not really thinking about breathing, I'm just talking. So something that mindfulness uses a lot to help people get back into the present moment and into a calm state, which is really important for wellness at home because let's be honest, there are so many things in our world right now that it is very easy and valid to be worried about, be stressed about, be not calm about. And so, I mean, even for me, if I'm, taking action on things I care about that are important and unjust in the world, I very much value my breath as a mindfulness tool because it can help me stay centered in the present moment, in peace, and in the person I want to be, rather than grabbing one of those thoughts that might not help me. So the biggest thing is just watching your breath. It is your constant companion. It is your resource. So lots of people, they'll be like, oh, what kind of meditation apps should I get? And what's a good yoga app or mindfulness, program? And my first thing every time is you already have it with you all the time and it's free. It's your breath. So even taking 5 deep breaths, at any point during your day can be a mindfulness practice. Because what are you doing? You're anchoring back into the present moment. You're anchoring back into yourself. You're like, hey, I choose peace. And even if you have so many different thoughts while you're breathing, you still showed up for yourself to breathe, which is a win in itself. I don't know about you, but here in Chicago, whenever there's a win, we say fly the W. Any baseball fans out there? But yeah, that's a huge fly the W. Huge win is just showing up. So when you breathe, every single part of yourself is welcome. And it's all about, I'm just going to watch the breath and be here right now. I'm not going to be in yesterday. I'm not going to be in tomorrow. I want to be right here. So we're going to do a mini breathing exercise, very mini. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. And something you can do with your breathing is you can just watch it, and sometimes it helps to say words with it. So for this, we're going to keep it very simple. It's going to be in, breathing in, out, breathing out. And the words can give your mind a place to land. Similar to the 5 senses mindfulness practice, these are portals, right? These are ways that we can access the present moment. So if we give our mind somewhere to focus, that means it's not thinking about 5 million other things. It's thinking about this one thing right here. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. You can have your legs crossed. You can have them open. You can have your palms open like this, resting on your knees. You can have them down. Many people, they will have their palms open if they want to receive more information from the world around them, like they're open to it. Many times palms down is when you want to feel more grounded and rooted. And so for me, for the intention right now, I would say palms down, because we are having the intention of rooting into the present moment. So I'm going to do five breaths. So inhale, in, breathing in, out, breathing out. In, breathing in, exhale, breathing out. Inhale, breathing in, exhale, breathing out. Inhale, breathing in, exhale, breathing out. Last one. Inhale, breathing in, exhale, breathing out. And know that that is available to you at any time, any day. That mini mindfulness portal practice of the 5 breaths to bring you to this moment right now and your peace and your love. So we talked about these practices and portals. Now, one other way, and the last thing I will leave you with before we sing for the end of our class today is taking it with you. So how to take mindfulness into your daily life. And you can 100% do the 5 senses practice. You don't have to do all 5 at once. You can do, okay, I'm just gonna do a smell mindfulness right now, and set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes and just practice noticing the smells. the breath is always available to you in any amount. And then one other one I wanted to tell you all about to get the wheels more turning, this is more of an active one, is choosing one thing in your life that it's always going to be your mindfulness activity. So this would be one thing where you choose to be totally present and not thinking about anything else going on. So an example of this would be every time I go up the stairs, I'm going to be 100% there. So I'm not going to be thinking about what am I going to do when I get inside? What am I having for dinner? Oh my gosh, this person said this to me earlier today. Every time you go up the stairs, you're thinking, my foot is taking a step. My foot is taking a step. And you're watching and you're totally present to that. One of mine is doing the dishes. When I'm doing the dishes, I am very present with like the sponge and the water and, you know, getting it very clean. And to me, that's just part of my existence now, is I decided that that is like one of my mindfulness activities. Or maybe when you walk down the street, you want to be very aware of the sidewalk or looking at the world around you. And this, again, it's your practice. These are all just portals and ways for you to connect to the present moment. You could do a listening, you could do the 5 senses, hearing while you walk down the street. Like, what do I hear right now? And again, that gives your mind somewhere to focus. That is the present moment right now. And so I invite you to really experiment with this and choose, okay, what's the one thing this week that I am going to make my mindfulness thing? It doesn't have to be like a half an hour long thing. I actually would really encourage shorter, more bite-sized things, especially if this is new for you. In terms of wellness at home, something that I have learned about habits and practices in every single part of my life is starting small and then having small wins, and then gradually you could work up to, like for me, I meditate for a half an hour every morning, and then I do other 10-minute ones throughout the day. However, that took me like 5 years to build up to that. When I first started meditating, it was like 3 minutes. And that was the perfect amount for me at that time. So I really encourage you, bite size and make it yours. So which one of the 5 senses? When are you going to do the breathing? And like what activity in your life is going to be your present moment mindfulness activity? So with that, we're going to close with our 2 songs, and we're actually going to do it reverse order this time. So we're going to start with Just Be.
Let your eyes close. Let your body feel heavy. Let it go. Let it all go. Let your eyes close. Let your body feel heavy. Oh, let it go. Let it all go. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just be. Just be. Just be. Let your eyes close. Let your body feel heavy. Let it go. Just be.
Now do the breathing meditation during this part. Watch your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, love yourself. Exhale, love the world. Inhale, love you. Exhale, love out.
Just be, 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 just be.
Just be, just be, just be, just be, just be, just be.
Just be, just be, just be.
And finally, we will have our Namaste song. Before we sing that, I want to deeply acknowledge and thank every single one of you for logging on and participating in Wellness at Home and this free arts event, and really just investing in your wellness and mindfulness and being present. It is a gift that keeps on giving seriously for yourself and for all the people around you and the world. So I really encourage you to gently introduce this into your life and see what happens. I would love, love, love to hear from you and hear what you discover about yourself and the world. And it is my great hope that this can bring you more peace and presence into your life like it has for me. So we will close. Again, my name is Adrienne. I am the founder and creator of Mindful Music here in Chicago, and I do a lot with the combination of those two things, virtually and in person in my home city. So this last Namaste is a shout out to the free arts community and every single person who participated in this video. I'm so grateful that I could share with you. So we will do 3 rounds. Namaste. This is the way. We end our mindful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Second time. Namaste. This is the way. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Third time, I'll do the whole thing. Namaste. This is the way we end our mindful day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I honor you, I acknowledge you, and I'm sending you into your day, your life, with mindfulness and love for yourself, the world, and the present moment.